What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Courtside Culture Podcast. I'm your host, Jeremy Jeffers, and today we're joined by a Raleigh-Durham native, a Southern Durham standout, Miami Hurricane, and global pro hooper. From winning the 2013 ACC Championship and making a Sweet 16 run to dominating overseas and now co-owning the Raleigh Aces, his journey is a powerful blend of grit, growth, and giving back. We talk about overcoming injuries, playing for legendary coaches, and what legacy truly means. Please welcome to the Courtside Culture, my guy, Julian Gamble. What's good, dog?
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you having me. How you doing?
I'm all right, man. How was the drive down?
The drive down was smooth, man.
Smooth?
A little rainy outside, but
Yeah.
we're going to cruise control that thing.
Right.
That's,
All right, man. So talk to us about growing up in Durham, Raleigh-Durham.
Yeah.
And when you first fell in love with the game of basketball.
I'm from North Carolina, period. So,
Okay.
out the womb, I feel like we already in love with basketball.
Yeah.
I was born in Raleigh, and I grew up my early years there. Moved to Durham around middle school after a short time where I was living in Charlotte, actually.
Okay.
So by the time I kind of settled into like who I was in basketball, I was playing for Garner Road.
Okay.
And then I was at Lowe's Grove before I went to Hillside briefly, and then I transferred to Southern. Basketball has just always been, what I've excelled at. I played every sport growing up. I played football for a little bit. I played soccer. I played baseball. And basketball always kept me the most engaged.
Yeah.
Being able to play offense and defense and kind of always wanted to be a point guard.
Right.
But well before my time when it came to that.
Yeah.
I just always had a passion for the game.
So when did the growth spurt happen? Because like sometimes, for me, I play soccer.
Yeah.
And at some point I had got to 6'5". I'm like, I can't really like it's for shorter guys that they lower to the ground. So like, when did you make that decision as far as like other sports when you hit that growth spurt?
I think I exclusively only played basketball when I was like 12, and that's when I never played any other sport. I've always been tall. I would say my biggest growth spurts happened between like my 9th and my 11th grade year, where I went from 9th grade, I went from being 6 foot in the 8th grade to 6'4". And then 10th grade, I went from 6'4" to 6'7". Nice. So like that's a growth spurt, if you want to call it one. And then after that, I was actually still in my junior and senior year, I grew an inch every year. By the time I got to college, I was 6'9".
Yeah.
So, with that, like, it came a lot of pain. Yeah. Growth spurts and days not being able to get out of the bed, like, literally.
Yeah.
But, that's kind of how it happened.
That's dope. So what made Southern Durham, that's where you graduated from, what made it special for you as a player and as a young man?
So for me, when I came to Southern, I was actually coming out of Cary Academy.
Okay.
That's where I initially went after I left Hillside, and I spent a year there. So I think coming back to Southern was more like getting back around the type of people that I really related to on a lot of levels. Obviously at Cary Academy, there weren't nearly as many people that looked like us.
100%.
But then you go to a place like Southern, and at the time I was living in East Durham at Hoover Road.
Okay.
So even though that's like not the best part of the neighborhood, I really felt like those people, although they had a lot of adversity and a lot of people were doing things they weren't supposed to be doing, if they knew you were in it for the right reasons, they're going to protect that.
Right.
And that's kind of how it was at Southern as well. And, being able to connect with so many different people that I still stay in touch with.
Right.
A guy that we have in common, David Jordan.
Yes, sir.
So basically, like, when we spoke, I didn't even remember that we were groomsmen in that wedding. So we brothers for real.
Yeah, for real.
But, dudes like David and so many others that like really just kind of give you their heart and you give it back to them and you want to help and just, be a part of the culture. And that's what I think made Southern so special for me.
Right. That's dope. So, Drew, talk to us about your recruitment out of high school and what led you to Miami. Talk a little bit about, your AAU days and who you played for and how that shaped you into recruitment.
So for me, AAU, and this is way before the circuit existed, was very different and interesting. I played for whoever was playing. And I played for probably a dozen different AAU teams out of literally 4 different states.
Yeah.
Played for the Richmond Squires. I played for the Charlotte Nets. I played for Garner Road for a long time. I played for Worldwide Renegades out of Atlanta.
Oh, wow.
I also played for a team out of Miami that was called In the Zone. So early on, like I was getting some mid-major offers, some attention that way, but nothing like high major.
Right.
One of my mentors, Daryl Hinton, me and Dominique Sutton, Lenny Daniel, and a couple more of our boys just decided to drive down to Miami for this weekend tournament and play for this guy that was running a scouting service out of Miami, like just randomly.
Yeah.
And this 48 hours literally changed my life.
That's crazy.
Like I went down there, the first game I played against a dude named AJ Stewart, top 50 in the class of 07. And then later on in that weekend, I played against the Worldwide Renegades, who I eventually played for, but they had multiple All-Americans, McDonald's All-Americans on their roster, J.J. Hickson, Chris Allen, guys like Trevor Mbakwe.
Yeah.
And when I tell you I had the best game of my life,
Yeah.
like over 30 points, 20 rebounds, 4 blocks, and it's like everybody was in the gym. Miami, Kentucky, Tennessee, Florida, St. John's. I mean,
so how was the AAU structured like back then? You graduated when?
Graduated in 2007.
2007.
I mean,
I think when did the circuit stuff start happening? Like
I have no idea.
10, 11, I want to say. It's completely changed now.
Yeah.
But did y'all have like the like nationals and everything where it was still live period?
So we had AAU nationals, and there were still circuits, but they weren't exclusive to a team.
Right.
So you could play on the Reebok circuit, and you could go to a Nike event, an Adidas event. And I think that's basically what happened to me. And I just kind of went with them out to Vegas, and that's when I committed to Miami. But yeah, that weekend.
So you got the offer after that performance?
I got 20 offers after that performance. I mean, we were driving back to Miami, and my phone was blowing up the entire way.
Yeah.
I got back to my house at maybe 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, and I'm still getting phone calls.
Yeah.
So that weekend changed my life.
Talk about your preparation going into that tournament, and that really just blew you up to get those offers.
I mean, I'll be honest, I don't really think I did much to prepare. I mean, this was also a time where, like, unless your dad was a coach or you were a very high level, nobody really had trainers.
Yeah. It was hard to get in the gym back then.
The only person that really had a trainer, and you could tell, was Justin Watts.
Yeah.
And we all worked out with his dad.
Right.
Or we all was with Ed. Everybody know Coach Ed and Durham.
Right.
So it's like, you know, being around guys like that, I don't know, God made me ready for that moment.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't explain it any other way because up until that point, I never even had played competition at that level.
Right. Right. That's dope. So when you got to Miami, you tore your ACL?
My 5th year.
Okay, your 5th year. Talk about the mental and physical battle that you went through when that happened.
First and foremost, and I mean, this is previous like to me getting married and having kids. I will always say that that's the best thing that ever happened to me. Because previous to that, you know, I had a subpar college career, I would say. Tearing my ACL gave me a new perspective. Mentally, like even when it first happened, you know, I wasn't really too down on myself. I was ready to get back. Outside of that, it gave me an opportunity to get a master's degree for free. And it put me in position to be there for a 6 year to go on a historic run with an incredible team.
Yeah.
So, you know, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, it was a blessing.
Yeah.
It wasn't an easy road. It wasn't an easy recovery. Shout out to my trainer, Wes Brown, who's been working with the Miami Heat for, I don't know, a decade now.
Yeah.
And he left us shortly after. I mean, he made sure in every way that I was ready to come back and be who I wanted to be.
Right.
And Coach L just gave me the platform, and I was able to take advantage of it.
That's love, man. That's not, I mean, a lot of players, I mean, they go through this thing with knick-knack injuries, man, and it's just, you know, they're not as mentally tough as back in the day. So, you know, they get certain injuries like that, and it's just so far gone, and they really don't understand how to bounce back.
Absolutely.
So,
yeah.
So, in 2013, you were part of the Miami team that won the ACC Championship, the program's first ever. What did that moment mean to you, and talk about that team specifically?
Man, it was incredible. Honestly, like the run was kind of surreal to a point where you're in the moment and you're not thinking about what all you're doing. We sacrificed, 12 weeks in the summer where we didn't go home. I know we lived in Miami, but we didn't go home, and we spent countless hours in the gym together, running, lifting, fighting, hooping, working out. Like, we trying to do something special. Right. And we had no idea what journey we were embarking on. We started the season and we were cool. Yeah. We lost to Florida Gulf Coast, who ended up being very good.
Yeah, it was tough.
But at the time, nobody knew who they were.
Right.
They were like, y'all lost to Florida Gulf Coast? Y'all trash. We go down to Hawaii for a Christmas tournament. We lost 2 out of those 3 games. We lost to Arizona, who was very good that year. And then we lost to Indiana State in overtime on Christmas Day. That was the last time we lost until the second week of February. Wow. So, to go on that type of run.
What was that switch like? Was it like your leadership in the locker room? What was that switch like, or just everything clicked?
Everything just kind of started to click. Yeah. And I don't think we really did anything different. I think it was just a different intentionality to it all. Right. And, you win 1. Like, all right, cool. We win 2, we win 5. We go win at NC State at the buzzer. Yeah. We beat Carolina at Carolina. Yeah. Carolina comes to Miami. We beat them by 30 at home.
Yeah, I remember that.
We beat number 1 Duke by 30 at home. We were number 25. We went from number 25 to number 8. Yeah. All of that stuff just kind of happening, and you just looking up and like, wow, we're number 2 in the nation. Right. Before we lost to Wake Forest at Wake Forest. Yeah. But the being from North Carolina, it's ACC country. Yeah. 100%. I always loved Carolina growing up. I always dreamed of playing in the Greensboro Coliseum for Carolina. Yeah. But it just so happened to be against. Right. And I thank them to this day. Shout out to PJ Harrison. Yeah. I talk to him a lot. A lot of my brothers from Carolina. Yeah. For having that opportunity, man, and it was an incredible feeling for sure.
That's dope, man. That's dope. It's an opportunity a lot of people don't get to live that dream out, to even play in the ACC, but to win the tournament and actually go to the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, we used to watch the tournament on the fatback TVs when it came on in the classroom. For real, and it's like, that's me, and I've met kids that was like, yo, I watched you play in that tournament. That's crazy. And even for me, that's special. It's like, that's an incredible blessing to have that opportunity.
And I'm sure it's even more special from all of your Raleigh-Durham people that you grew up with. For sure. Actually watching that journey.
Absolutely.
All right, so talk about playing for the legendary coach Jim Larrañaga, true legend in college basketball. He actually recruited me when he was at William & Mary. Oh, wow. Before. It's crazy.
And I know he remembers that.
Yeah, the basketball world is super small. Facts. But talk about his coaching style and how he shaped you as a player.
Coach L, man, I just talked to him a couple of weeks ago. We still stay in touch. His coaching style, I feel, was to prepare us in practice for what we would do in the game. And then once the game came, he let us be who we were. Yeah. And just was able to guide us emotionally, kind of keep us poised and keep us ready for the moment. He taught me so much about life. And he gives all of his players this big green binder full of information. His entire philosophy, he would always do a thought of the day, even things down to how to finance a house, how to finance a car, what taxes mean and what they do for you. And this is pre-NIL.
This is dope.
Yeah, so, he definitely helped me grow as a man. Right. But even for me, again, just to give me an opportunity to play and not be held back by maybe somebody that I got recruited over or any type of favoritism or anything like that. I mean, you know how the college game can be.
For sure. And it's a business.
Coaches have to play who they feel is best for that moment. Right. If you're not fitting that mold, you may be on the outside looking in. Right. Coach L played who was playing best in that moment. Right. So in that way, I'm eternally grateful for, just his mentorship outside of basketball and life and teaching us all of those things.
Yeah, I had, and my coach, Coach Lombardi, Joe Lombardi at IUP, man, he was special as well as far as the connection of the player. Right. I feel like that's, when you get to that level and, you may be in the hot seat, you may not, it just turns into, I'm trying to win games. Absolutely. And it's if you're able to connect with your players, you will win games. Absolutely. You know what I mean? 100%. So it makes us want to play harder for you.
100%.
So talk about your NCAA tournament run when you guys went to the Sweet 16.
Man, that joint was incredible too.
Yeah.
We started down in Austin, and we were a 2 seed. We did feel that we should have been a 1, having won the regular season and tournament in the ACC.
Yeah.
And that night finding out we're a 2 was like, all right, it is what it is. Let's go hoop.
Right.
Winning the first game, we played Pacific. They put up a fight, and we ended up, walking away from them in the end. And then the next game, playing against Illinois, who's obviously a perennial, powerhouse in college basketball.
Yeah, for sure.
One of my closest friends now, still Brandon Paul, playing on that team, and we still talked about that game. I mean, super tough.
Yeah, he was tough.
Yeah, so he's still playing.
Yeah.
But getting that win and then going to the Sweet 16 and playing in DC.
Yeah.
It was an incredible opportunity. We just ran up against a team that was ready. Marquette shot the ball great that day.
Yeah.
We had an injury, and we had a lot of sickness, and we had a lot of fatigue running through our team.
Yeah.
The thing about it is like in that moment, that don't really matter.
It's a game of runs.
It's a game of runs, and I mean, you just got to be ready. Big Reggie Johnson, he got hurt. The night before that, we had some guys with like literal food poisoning.
Sheesh.
And we weren't even getting no sleep.
Yeah.
And one of them was my roommate, and I'm taking care of him till 3, 4 in the morning, making sure he was okay, all while I had a sinus infection.
That's nuts.
So, I mean, that month of March, and I tell people, like, that run was incredible, but we were in Miami for 3 days the entire month.
Yeah.
So, that's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough on the body. It's tough on the mental for sure.
A lot of traveling.
The run was
Is that
incredible.
something like on the back end that they don't really talk about as far as like the ACC tournament right into the tournament is just like no time to like adjust?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, because we went back to Miami Sunday night after we won in Greensboro, and we left Tuesday to go to Texas.
Yeah.
So, like, you don't get any time at all. I mean, not to mention, we do have schoolwork that we're trying to catch up on at the same time, and Coach L took that very serious.
Yeah.
So we're flying in, and we're having study hall right away because he's not going to allow us to not be on top of our academics.
Right.
But that helped because even that year, I was academic team all ACC, and that was the first time that happened in my career.
That's fire.
Yeah.
That's fire. So after college, you went undrafted, and then you started your pro career overseas. What were some of the biggest challenges adjusting to life and basketball while you were in France, Germany, Belgium, Spain, Italy, Taiwan, and beyond?
First and foremost, being a rookie and going to my first team was in Pro B, Saint Vallier in France. So I went from playing in Miami in front of 9,000 people every night to living in a town that only had 4,000 people in it.
Yeah.
That was an incredible culture shock. So having to adjust to the language, the culture, even when I landed, the guy that came to pick me up barely spoke English.
Right.
And we were driving. I had no idea how far we were even driving. Yeah. And we drove like 2 hours away from the airport. I'm like, bro, this is OD. Like, what did I get myself into? But that was tough. I mean, I was by myself. This was around the time that I met my wife, but we weren't even like really dating yet.
Okay.
And she had played overseas a year previous to that, and she was kind of putting me on game. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I feel you, but I didn't really know the gravity of all of what she was saying until I experienced it.
Right.
So, man, it was a very difficult adjustment.
Yeah, for sure, man. That language barrier is tough.
Yeah.
And the food, just the food, everything.
Or driving.
Yeah.
Because back then, it was manual cars.
Right.
I had never driven a manual car.
Right.
So they dropped me off at my apartment, gave me a car, gave me the keys to this manual car. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing with this.
Right. And they're tiny as well.
Right. And then, so overseas, most cars are diesel.
Right.
I went to the gas station. I put 10 euros in my car of gas because I'm not thinking cars are diesel, and completely tore up the engine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nuts. So in 2021, you won the Italian League Championship. Where does that moment rank in your career?
Man, that's number one. I mean, it's got to be.
Over the Miami ACC Championship.
Yeah.
And the tournament.
I would say yes, because this is post-COVID.
Okay.
We went through a lot of stuff that year.
Right.
Not to mention even my family getting COVID while I was on the road for a game, and I wasn't able to go home for 3 weeks.
Sheesh.
So I had to stay in a hotel while my family was in our house, while they were sick and still recovering. So, I mean, there was a situation where the ownership got upset with the coach over a player not playing, and they fired him. The next day, me and like 7 of my teammates like, look, if he's going, we're going with him.
Right.
The next day after that, he's rehired.
Right.
And it's on the day of a game, and we have to travel from Italy to Monaco to play, and we end up winning the game. And it's one of those moments that's like super emotional.
Right.
It's like, man, you know, we are playing basketball, and at the end of the day, it is a game. But this moment really showed like how close of a family we really were to overcome that adversity together for our coach.
Right.
Sasha Georgievich is his name. And I mean, I still stay in contact with him as well. It's just an incredible guy.
That's dope.
I mean, he was an incredible player.
Yeah.
But just as a man and what he meant to our team, it just made that championship fantastic. Not to mention making Italian League history by running through the playoffs undefeated 10-0.
That's fire.
Yeah.
That's fire. Talk about, what was your favorite city? I got to ask that. Out of all the spots that you was in.
I would say Bologna.
Okay.
That's where we won the championship.
Okay.
But I spent 2 years
A lot
there.
better than France, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I have a lot of French people that I consider family.
Right.
But just the country in general, like, it's not very tourist friendly in my opinion. Italians are way more laid back.
Yeah.
You know, they're gonna drink their wine. We're gonna eat some pasta.
Right.
But we just, you know, chilling for real.
Right.
So, you know, the time that we spent in Bologna was special to us.
Yeah.
Also France. I mean, one of my 3 sons was born in Paris.
Wow.
Yeah, and my youngest was born in Bologna, Italy.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay, so talk about that. Like, how did you said you met your wife before you started your journey overseas. So how did that whole transition while you're playing, as far as getting married and having kids and managing all of this stuff while you're hooping?
Yeah, so it was easy in the sense that she already knew, because she's a hooper as well.
Right. Where did she play?
She went to Fayetteville State.
Okay.
Graduated in 2010, won a CIAA championship.
Okay.
She played 5 years pro overseas as well before she was inducted into the Fayetteville State Hall of Fame in 2021.
So she give you hell, or like one-on-one? She's just too little?
We ain't played in a while, but I have a rule where I can't score in the paint.
Okay.
But I still be winning though.
Okay.
But you know, she's a shooter.
Okay.
She's a shooter, and thank God that my children got them genes from her. But her having know what overseas is about and experience it to a degree, it helped in tremendous ways.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that it was easy.
Right.
But I knew that I had somebody with me that understood and had unconditional love and support. And, you know, her experiences were not easy. But, you know, this is all in the course of us building this family and walking this journey that God placed before us together.
Right.
And it was incredible, man. I mean, you know, her experiences in France were much different than the ones in Italy. But, you know, we had them and we overcame them together.
Did she go with you?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, from her second year, I want to say, and then after that, we lived in Belgium together, and that's when she first got pregnant with our oldest, Jason. So he was almost born in Belgium, but she came back home in March. He was born at the end of April. So that was more so of like a comfort. This is my first time. I need my family around, which I completely understood.
Right.
So then after that, we always lived together overseas, and we lived overseas together, I want to say, for like 9 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so everywhere I've been, they've been with me too.
That's love, man.
Yeah.
How was that experience for the kids, man? Just seeing a different culture. Does it open their eyes to different things?
Absolutely.
Just not growing up in you know, Raleigh-Durham area, like that's a whole nother lifestyle.
Yeah, I mean, they loved it. And they did have their own personal difficulties as well, because like my oldest, he was going to school in different countries.
Yeah.
But when he was a baby, he was learning a little bit of German. Then he started speaking a little bit of Spanish.
Right.
Started speaking a little bit of Italian.
Right.
And it's just like incredible to see that, because children are truly like a clean slate. You know, they're gonna pick it up and soak it like water. And you know, that is just like to see that and how much they're able to adjust, because in the end, home for them is only where we are.
Right.
They don't care about Raleigh or Miami or
they got blinders on.
I mean, they just like, my parents are my home. So
Right.
that was an incredible blessing in itself. And I mean, it's allowed them to see and go places that a lot of people will never go.
Yeah, that's fire. That's fire. So looking back, was there ever a moment in your pro journey where you questioned, like, man, is it time to pivot or go another direction?
Yeah, I feel like that's happened more so recently in like the past year or so. than ever before. I ran into multiple difficult situations that were just kind of things. Some things were outside of my control. Things can change fast overseas.
Yeah.
One of my recent years in Italy, 2024, 23-24, I was playing in Scafati. Went in December. Everything was great. The team really needed my presence from a leadership perspective, the physicality inside, being able to control the paint on offense and defense. Up until about February, we had like a fever break. And when I came back, it's like, I don't know what happened or what the conversation could have been, but everything was different.
Yeah.
And everything that we were doing before the break, we were not doing afterwards.
Yeah.
So, that was like kind of one of my first moments of, honestly, I would say a little bit of doubt. It's like, what's going on? Is it me or is it this?
Right.
I was still in the gym, and I'm a guy that, like, I'm overseas. I'm in the gym an hour and a half before and after every practice.
Right.
So I know I was putting the work in, but things just weren't working out in my favor, and nor was it working out in the team's favor.
Right.
So that kind of even was showing me, like, well, maybe if I was able to be who I know that I am, the team wouldn't struggle in this way. But in the end, like, all I could do is try my best to continue to stay professional.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, in that moment, and as you continue to get older, you are thinking about what are you going to do after basketball. And, that's something that I've continued to pray on. But still, trying to find my way in that journey.
Yeah, for sure. So talk about competing in the TBT, man. I seen you've done that, almost 3 times?
Nah, I played in that joint like maybe 8
out
of the 12, yeah.
Okay.
I played in the very first one.
Okay.
So
talk about the growth of that, man, because it's super huge for the summertime. There's
absolutely.
Some dogs in that.
For sure. First of all, shout out to Dan Friel.
Yeah.
He's the co-owner and the co-founder of TBT. Even from the very first one, I think they streamed it on something. I honestly don't even know. But now it's on FS1, FS2, on ESPN. It's on YouTube TV now, YouTube Live. This was, I think, the first year they did YouTube Live. But, it's turned into like a NCAA for men.
100%.
Yeah, I mean, and having
as a big basketball fan, man, that period from like the end of June to October is brutal, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to watch golf or baseball. Sorry,
man.
So it's like TBT is kind of like gives me that, like, all right, I can watch some hoops for sure.
And then you get to also see a lot of the guys that you used to watch in college that you don't get to see because they're overseas, and you kind of wonder, like, where did they go? What's their journey been like, and be able to get to hear some stories. For me, to get to be able to play with some of those guys that I've known, to meet some of those guys that I've known about and I didn't personally know.
Right.
And be able to experience a lot of different coaches and cultures, again, it's like an incredible experience.
Yeah.
I mean, I played for some great teams. Even the past 2 years, I played with the Indiana alumni team. So even last year, like, that was cool to be able to experience that fan base.
Yeah.
This year didn't go well at all.
Right.
But, sometimes it happens.
It happens.
Only one team can win.
Yeah.
So whether you lose in the first or the last, like, if you don't hold the trophy up at the end, you do fall short of your goal in one way or another.
Right.
2 years ago, we had a great chance and we made it to the semifinals. But, I mean, that's an incredibly fun event to play in.
Yeah,
bro.
That's dope. That's dope. So you're very open about being on your social media, a husband and a father, man. How has being a family man changed your perspective on your career and just talk about your family in general, man, what it means to you?
Yeah, I mean, my family has been an incredible blessing from God. Meeting L'Oreal when I did, in the infinite ways that she's changed my life for the better. To be my partner in this life, to be able to raise, 3 young boys that have incredible spirits and personalities of their own. I mean, it's a blessing, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes me emotional to even think about it because they make the little things special.
Yeah.
And it's given me, through my career, an incredible perspective. They're like, I love the game and I'll give my all to it. But I knew from the moment that I became a husband and a father that I didn't want to be the best basketball player I wanted anymore.
Right.
I wanted to be the best husband and father possible.
Yeah.
And I know that basketball is a way that I can provide for them in this season of our lives.
Yeah.
But even still, it's like, once the game is over, it's over.
Yeah.
you know, you work, you got to go to work and do what you got to do. But like at the end of the day, you know, my wife unconditionally loves me whether we win or lose, and my boys, they just want their dad.
Right.
And I can come home after playing 40 minutes and they want to play 40 more minutes.
Right.
So, you know, I've even vowed like I'm not gonna fall short of any of those little moments.
Right.
And even the smallest thing could be an incredible memory for us all. So it's been an incredible blessing. And if anything, I just want to be an example for other people that, you know, putting God first and taking care of your family after that is the way to go for sure.
Man, honestly, you know, and I'll give you your flowers, man. I watch a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? I may not swipe up or text, but I commend
I appreciate
how
it,
you handle that stuff,
Yeah.
man. How you handle your family, how you show unconditional love. Like, you can feel it. You know what I mean? And it's really rare, to be honest with you, in today's, you know, society. But I also think everything is about picking the right partner.
Yeah.
Like, to hear you say, like, she really helped you because she had the experience overseas. So, like, for me, you know, I'm a guy full of ideas. If I want to do it, I'm going to do it. I'm going to put my all into it. I'm going to make sure it's good. But you got to understand, when I get home, this don't stop. So, like, I'm thinking about the next guest, the next thing. So, it's like, you got to have somebody, you know, and shout out to my girl, but, like, she's amazing at, you know, okay, I'll let you have your time when I'm ready. If you don't have that, it's just going to be back and forth.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's honestly, like, to have a great woman is a superpower.
Yeah.
I mean, like, the way that they're able to hold us down and lift us up and, you know, help you get back up where sometimes that we're down.
Yeah.
And life knocks us down a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, even being a man, like, emotionally, a lot of that stuff you have to mask because guys don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
But, like, bro, all of that stuff is real.
Yeah.
I can be 6'9", 255 with 100 tattoos.
Right.
I got the same emotions everybody else got.
100%.
So somebody that I can be emotionally, spiritually transparent with and not be judged, man, it's an incredible blessing for sure.
That's dope, bro. That's dope. All right, so let's talk about your Life's a Gamble League that you co-founded with your wife, and you're elevating women's basketball in Raleigh. What inspired you guys to create it, and what need were you guys trying to fill in the community?
Well, to reference that last question, I'm the inspiration for my wife going through with that.
Right.
That was her passion, idea, and vision. And I told her, like, look, she had this written down in a note on her phone from, I think, maybe 2018.
Oh, wow.
And I told her, like, look, we need to make this come to life because the city needs it. The girls need it. And, you know, 2021, we started Life's a Gamble League. We also started the nonprofit, which is called Life's a Gamble League. Just to be able to be that platform for girls to be able to play, but more importantly, to be able to fellowship with each other, to be able to meet these other athletes. And a lot of the girls in our league have become mentors for some of the younger girls that want to be where they are. L'Oreal being one of those women that have been a lot of places where these girls want to go, she has a very similar passion to mine of just being able to help.
Right.
And that's what created this vision and made it come to life. And I mean, it's been incredible. Like, we just finished our 4th season. And man, it grows every year. Yeah. The feedback is very, very positive. And we're just continually trying to find ways to serve the women's basketball community in a time where now it's very popular. Yeah. But it's always existed. Yeah. And we're just trying to elevate them any way we can.
That's dope, man. That's dope. So, as a branch of your Life's a Gamble, and you have the semi-pro team, the Raleigh Aces that you got on, how did that idea come to life, and what made you guys feel like it was the right move for you and your wife?
That idea really came to life because 2 years ago, L'Oreal and a bunch of her teammates played for another semi-pro team in the same league called the WABA, called the Raleigh Red Storm. They had a great season, made it all the way to the championship, and they lost. So after the game, they're sitting in the locker room, obviously upset about the result of the game, and they're asking Lori, so what are we doing next year? Right. Like, you need to make your own team. So honestly, it was birthed out of that despair, if you will.
Right.
Got the idea of naming the team the Raleigh Aces, just to kind of stay in the theme of our last name, Gamble. And again, we last year had an incredibly successful season, going undefeated all the way to winning the championship this time.
That's fire.
And then now, even this year, we're currently 5-0. So, you know, we are trying to run it back, and we've been able to connect with a lot of incredible athletes, including even this year having multiple former ACC players, multiple HBCU girls that are Hall of Famers and some of the best girls in their school's history, but just for a shared passion of excellence, first and foremost, but fellowship, because, I mean, that team and that organization down to the coaches and all of our staff, we're a family. I mean, right now we're doing it solely based off of volunteering our time, trying to find sponsors and continue to get donations, but nobody's getting paid.
Right.
So, you know, we're doing this to create a platform that eventually I want to turn into like a transitional team where we're getting these girls that are about to go overseas, but we're giving them somewhere to play in the meantime. And to have the ability to also be able to create opportunities to put money in their pockets.
Right. That's fire, man. I mean, you doing it. How are you managing it, dog?
Man.
For me, like, just hearing the three boys that are here today, and you know, the wife, everything you got going, still playing. How do you personally manage it mentally? Because I know there's times that it gets exhausting for you. So how do you deal with it?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's a heavy weight to carry, but you know, first and foremost, God.
Yeah.
I stay prayed up, my faith stay strong. I mean, of course, I have my moments where, you know, I need to be lifted up as well, but I feel that being in the place where I am and having those opportunities is a blessing in itself. And had the Lord not knew I was capable of doing it, he wouldn't have put it on my doorstep.
I agree.
So that alone makes me know that the people that I have around me that I consider family, I mean, I'm a family man through and through.
Yeah.
If I love you, I love you. And you can call me whenever you want to. And this extends way far beyond the basketball court or just my immediate family. But anybody that knows me really knows that. Whoever I'm serving, I'm going to serve to the best of my ability.
Right.
So, you know, all I can do is take this hat off and put on the next one.
Right.
And let's keep it rolling, because it's 24 hours in the day, so we got stuff to do.
100%. I agree. So looking back from Southern Durham to your college champion to global pro, how do you define legacy for yourself now?
That's a good question. That's a great question. I mean, you don't really think about legacy when you're in the midst of the journey.
Right.
I would say if I had to have one for myself, it would be perseverance and continued improvement. I've never been one to be satisfied, you know, where I am. And I always feel that there's improvement still to be made. But even outside of that, I would think the thing that means the absolute most to me in basketball is connection.
Right.
Connecting with other people and how I can help to inspire and be a brother and fellowship and lift up others. So if anything, if I could choose what I wanted my legacy to be, I would pray that people would say, like, man, he was always there for the next person. I mean, on the court, I'm going to talk my trash.
Right. I'm
going to get my baskets. And I'm going to bully folks. That's who I am on the court.
Right.
But as a human, as a person, like, I just want to share the love that I have within me to the others around me, and just help them be the best versions of themselves that they can be as well.
Right. That's right. So what advice do you give to young athletes who are now feeling overlooked or face major setbacks as you have in your career?
I would say walk your path. You know, now in this age of social media and YouTube and Instagram, and it's just constant comparison.
Yep.
You can't compare your journey to the next. It just won't be the same.
Yeah.
Me and you could walk down the same street. We're not going to do it the same way.
Right.
So walk your path and continue to work. It's the unseen hours that are going to be the hours of separation. I say that to everybody. Don't just show up to practice and try to be the best player in practice, which is cool, and you can be. But trust and believe there's a million other practices taking place, and it's a million other guys that are the best player in their practice. what are you going to do to elevate yourself above them when it comes to the game?
Right.
Outside of that, do your best to be a good person. Take care of your academics first and foremost. I mean, I have a master's degree. So any kid that I speak to, you know, they can't say, well, you know, I'm trying to be one and done. School is important.
Yeah.
Being one and done is incredible.
Right.
But while you're in school, take it serious.
Yeah.
Because it develops character in you that you can carry onto whatever playing field or court that you go to. So, you know, that would be my 2 biggest pieces of advice that I would give the youth of today.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. And finally, what's next for you, man? Basketball, business, mentorship. What's the next move? You already got so many moves, but what's the next move for Julian?
So coming up this fall, I actually just recently became the assistant varsity basketball coach over at Ravenscroft.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm stepping into coaching in a more official role. And, you know, when it comes to the overseas, I don't know if I'll play again.
Yeah.
I know that I can, but if the opportunity makes sense for myself and my family, then I would potentially pursue that.
Right.
But, you know, outside of that, like in this season, I'm really just trying to stay still and hear what God's trying to tell me of where I need to go next.
There we go.
It's not easy because, I mean, basically it's August now, and I haven't worked since January. So it's been a blessing to not have to.
Right.
But at the same time, it's like for 8 months, you got money going out and it's not as much coming in.
Yeah.
At some point, it's going to create an issue.
Right.
So, you know, you do have to find what's next for you. And I do want to, you know, do something that's going to make me happy, fulfill me spiritually as well. So
I feel like that's the toughest part of like the basketball players is finding the next. Like,
without a doubt.
Like just not getting out there. I mean, you're still active and playing a lot of leagues and stuff like that. And I mean, I get out here and hop in with my kids that I train because like just don't like just stopping it all together, dog. It's crazy. So it's like finding that niche. I mean, it took me probably 3-4 years to be like, okay, this is my calling. You know what I mean?
Right.
But again, what you talked about previously for the other kids, character, education, that stuff will, you know, and God and having faith will lead you down the path of where you're supposed to go.
100%. It doesn't mean it's going to be easy, but it makes it possible.
Right.
I would say you need, even ending a playing career and going into something else, you're kind of reborn. Yeah. And in a lot of ways, you're starting over. Whereas a lot of people that have been stateside for so long have had a footing for years after years to build experience in different fields. And it's tough, you know, to find your way. But again, like pray and reach out to other people so they could give you that guidance as well that have already been through that similar journey. 100%.
100%. All right, now we got to have a little fun. All right, I need your all-time, no position, starting 5 from the NBA.
But if it's all-time starting 5, it's got to be positions, right?
It's up to you.
Oh, okay.
Some people go positionless, but some people go position.
Shaq got to be on there.
Okay.
Most dominant big man ever. Got to put Mike on there.
Okay.
Got to put Kobe on there. I don't know if it's enough basketballs.
Right?
I mean, I would even throw like Bron at the 4.
Okay.
Because like now in today's game, you know, he really played 1 through 5.
Right.
Point guard, I would probably say Magic Johnson.
Okay. That's a solid list.
I mean, that's a very big lineup. You switching pretty much everything except for Shaq, and you got somebody you throw it down the block. It's over with.
That's a bucket.
Yeah.
So who is on your Mount Rushmore of bigs? Any era, any league?
Mount Rushmore bigs. Shaq for sure.
Okay.
Got to be on there. Amari Stoudemire when he was in Phoenix. Got to be on there.
You feel like that's Steve Nash though?
Man, do it matter? I mean, yeah, Steve Nash had a lot to do with it, but like Amari in Phoenix was ridiculous. I mean, I kind of based this off of some of my favorites, like Lamar Odom when he was in LA. Okay. One of my favorites, a big man that can play, you know, everything. 2 through 5, basically. For a 4th, I would go with maybe a guy like Zebo. Okay. I mean, again, like a lot of block work. Yeah. Super tough. Yeah. Enforcer on top of that. Yeah. I mean, with those 4 dudes, ain't nobody messing with nobody.
I got you. All right, so we're going to go 1 minute rapid fire. If you need to skip a question, just say skip and we'll come back to it.
Bet.
All right. Your favorite arena you've ever played in?
Favorite arena is the Stark Arena in Serbia.
Okay. Your go-to pregame meal?
Go-to pregame meal, peanut butter and jelly.
For real?
Yeah, facts.
All right, Shaq, Hakeem, Tim Duncan, or Jokic? Who you picking first?
I gotta take Shaq.
Yeah, I'm gonna say. Hardest player you've ever had to guard?
Tyler Hansborough.
I know he was a monster in college. Most slept on big in the NBA today?
We gonna skip that one.
Okay.
Let's come at that.
EuroLeague or NCAA tournament? Which one was tougher?
EuroLeague.
Okay. One word to describe fatherhood?
Incredible.
Okay. Your hidden talent off the court?
So let's skip that one. I got artist.
Okay.
I'm kind of artistic.
Okay. In one word, what does life's a gamble mean to you?
Everything.
Overseas city you could live in forever?
Bologna, Italy.
Okay. Favorite sneaker to hoop in?
Jordan 10s.
Gotcha. Favorite NBA player growing up?
Michael Jordan.
Most meaningful win of your career?
Versus Carolina ACC Championship.
Gotcha. What's playing in your headphones before the game?
Depending on the day, it might be some R&B. Other than that, it's Drake or J. Cole.
Okay. We're keeping that light skin.
Yeah.
Most slept on big in the NBA today?
I don't know, bro. I'm really trying to like run all these rosters through my head. The crazy thing about it is like it's not a whole lot of bigs.
It's not in.
Because even
hardly.
like KD and Bron be starting at the 4 now.
Yeah.
So I mean, center wise, like Jokic the best.
Yeah.
By far. I don't know, bro.
It's like Embiid.
Nah, he ain't slept on. I mean,
He's not slept on.
He just hurt. He just get hurt. I mean, it's sad. It's sad. He just get hurt a lot. I mean, I want to say maybe like Jaren Jackson.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
That's a good answer. If your life was a movie, who would play you?
And I mean, all the people that they said I look like, Joakim Noah, Matt Barnes. One of them for sure.
Yeah, that's dope, man. Well, I appreciate you coming on,
Absolutely.
dog. It means
Appreciate
a lot
you
for you
having me.
driving down, man.
Absolutely.
Any other words you got for the people?
Man, I appreciate the opportunity. First
Yes,
and
sir.
foremost, it's great to see you again.
Yes, sir.
Great to connect with you. Even to know that we was in that wedding together.
Yeah.
Where I got damn COVID. That's the biggest thing I remember about that
We're
wedding.
going to blame
bro.
that one on David.
That's David's fault. Come on, man. Goddamn COVID messing with you, bro. But nah, other than that, man, I'm here.
Yeah.
If you need me, you know where to hit me at.
Real talk. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching another episode of the Courtside Culture Podcast. Make sure you follow us on all social media and subscribe to our YouTube channel at powertvnc. And we'll see you on the next episode.